the far side, ladies and gentlemen. Please do turn your attention to the field. That is El Romanzo there in the white. La Banda de Oreca, they are coming in front of the grandstand first in the red shirts.
Yeah, and John, it's quite nice to see the two names of the teams are two large estancias in Argentina. It's quite nice to have these two farms in Argentina, the names of the teams, but actually we have British boys in the El Romanzo team, and we have French and Argentine and South African in the La Bamba de Oreca. So as they come round in front of the grandstand here, put your hands together for the red shirts of La Bamba de Oreca, Jean-Francois Decaux, Barry Watson, Bonito Pierres and Juan Martino. And on the far side you can see the El Romanzo white shirts. Charlie Hambry, Ollie Cudmore, James Bime and James Harper. Two farms, two estancias from Argentina, but actually it is really four British boys in the white shirts, all friends, making their way to the final world toes against this very experienced La Bamba de Oreca side, John.
Very experienced La Bamba, yes, but of course we do know about the team change. How much of a significant will it be for Lon Sterling dropping out for Polito Pierres? We will see. But ladies and gentlemen, on the grandstand side, coming in front of us now are those four English professionals. El Romanzo, let's hear it please for the boys in white, the English boys. El Romanzo, Charlie Hambry in the orange helmet, Ollie Cudmore, James Bime, your England captain and fellow England international, James Harper.
Oh wow, the crowd are loving El Romanzo today. They're absolutely loving it. How nice would it be for these guys to lift this trophy? They've never won this Gold Cup, and this is their last year, John, isn't it, that they'll be entering, all four of them, as the El Romanzo team.
Last year, indeed, it was announced earlier this season. Of course, El Romanzo will not be returning next year. As for quartet, we know in love, La Bamba de Oreca, of course, they have won this tournament before.
Yeah, do you think the French might get the second bite of the cherry now, like the French football team?
What a summer it has indeed been for Jean-Francois Decaux. What a character as well, Jean-Francois. We saw that second semi-final La Bamba. It was just sort of moving along smoothly, and suddenly that moment of magic by Jean-Francois Decaux. He revved up the crowd, he got them going, and whilst, yes, the English boys, they're going to be popular, we do want to see plenty of support for La Bamba de Oreca, based nearby, of course, down at Great Triffids Farm. What a setup they've got down there, so professional, and it's really exciting to see how they are going to come up against El Romanzo today.
Yeah, I was asking Jean-Francois what he'd be doing over the next few days after the semi-final, and he said, well, I've got to literally fly back to Paris, I've got a big business meeting, I've got my daughter graduation on Saturday at Oxford, I've got to go to that, and then I've got the final of the Gold Cup on Sunday. So what a week, and I wish him and the Bamba de Oreca all the luck today, and to the El Romanzo boys. It's an honour to commentate here at Calgary Park for two of the greatest teams in the polo world taking place for this big Gold Cup. So here they come, John.
So David, players, they are coming to the middle. We will introduce them one by one for you. We will also, I should have introduced Carlude Martinez, of course, my co-commentator here today. We will be going through the rules as the game goes. A huge welcome to all those here for the very first time today. So very basics, just before the game gets underway. The game, it is simple. You've just got to get that ball in between the two sets of yellow posts at either end. Once a goal is scored, remember this one, an end, it will change. So if a team scores at the scoreboard end, they will return to the middle, and then they will be attacking the mid-post end. Those are basic. 6 chuckers a chucker, 7 minutes. Every time the whistle goes, it stops. We will take you through the rest as we go, but please do take your seat. The players, they are in front of the grandstand now, ready to be introduced. So ladies and gentlemen, both sets of players now, they are in front of us. We'll be introducing La Bamba de Oreca first of all. Playing at number 1 from France, Jean-Francois Decaux. Playing at number 2, one of the most exciting young players in world polo from South Africa, Sony, but needs no introduction. Polito Perez. And playing it back, the captain, one of the greatest players in the world, Juan Martín Nero.
And now for the four boys, the four friends in the white shirts, playing in the orange hat. Put your hands together for Charlie Henry. Playing at number 2 in the blue hat. Put your hands together for Holly Cudmore. Playing at 3, he also is the captain of the England team. Put your hands together for James Boyne. And at the back, one of the most solid number 4s in the world, James Harper. That is the Almirante team. Their last year as a team in high goal polo. They won't be back next year contesting this trophy. Jean-Francois and his Bamba team have won it before, like John said, in 2009. Will they lift it again for the Frenchman and the Argentines and the South African? Who will take this spot? They go to get onto their first chuck-up horses as we get ready for the biggest showdown in the polo calendar. So, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about the teams. Also, we have the umpires out there, Jason Dixon, Peter Wright, and then the sideline officials, Tim Bowen and Julian Appleby, up on the sidelines as the umpires and officials, making sure the horses and players are safe and are following the lines and the codes and the rules. The big rule about polo is every time a player hits the ball, an imaginary line is created, a right of way, if you like. That is the player's line. Another player can't come straight in front, crossing over that line with their horse or themselves to steal the ball. They have to play the ball on their own side of the line, keeping that line and right of way free. A little bit like driving in your car in the middle lane, and if a car comes out the fast lane, cuts you straight up into the middle lane, you have to slam on the brakes before going into the back or the side of them. Similar sort of basic rules for polo. You've got to let the player play the ball, or you've got to come up by the side and you can play it as long as you stay on your side. So that means you can play the ball on any side of the horse, depending on what scenario you're in, as long as you don't go crossing lines. You're allowed to hook a player's stick, you're allowed to ride a player off the line using your horse, as long as you stay at relatively the same speed and less than 45-degree angle, and you'll see lots of bumps and pushes off the line from these players, lots of hooks. And again, don't just watch the guy hitting the ball. There's so much going on around the polo field, with each man marking each other on this big pitch, which is, again, 5 times the size of about a football pitch. Look out for the changes as well in this heat. The players will be jumping off and changing onto fresh horses. Each player will bring at least 7 or 8 horses to the game. And we look forward to commentating through these 6 chukkers, all 7.5 minutes long, with you today.
So ladies and gentlemen, players, they will be here with up to 12 horses each this afternoon. Horses, they come from all over the world, and we are delighted to have some of the very best in the world here today. For you to look out for early on in the game, Charlie Henry, he is on a horse bred by the famous Lovelock's breeding program, Lovelock Sex. Please do not think I'm shouting profanities as Charlie Henry goes on one of his trademark runs. Eugene's Prime, he is out there on Chandler, an Australian horse from the Elliston breeding program. And a couple in Lavanda. Polito Perez, he is being mounted by Polon Sterling today. He is playing one of Polon's home vets, Agatha, what an Oriental breeding program as Polon has called it. And Juan Martín Nero, he is playing on a horse called Paris Saint-Germain, has been playing all over once. So the players, they will line up. It will be